My name is Ryan Stroud. That's Ryanstroud. Think about the last name as a combination of strong and proud. I gotta tell people a lot. It's Stroud with a D because they'll automatically say Strout, but it's always a fun conversation piece. I've been acting for about 6 years. I went to school for electronic media, so I'm good at the behind the scenes part. I do the lighting, editing, sound. We often did a lot of student films in school, and oftentimes the actors wouldn't show up, so I would have to step in front of the camera. I just fell in love with it. Once I graduated, I kind of started doing my own little business. I started doing wedding videos. I would video weddings and edit them together for mainly the bride. The groom, he was just like, I'm just happy it's over with, but the bride wanted it to be a masterpiece. That's where I came in. I had a little nice business going on, but I was kind of decomposing in Cincinnati. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give acting a try. And I started taking a few acting classes at a few places in Cincinnati, did a few plays, got to do a short film, and I just said, it's best to move to the place where this is the main thing in the city. So I moved to Los Angeles. Ever since I started acting, my goal was to have fun, to enjoy it. Get to the point where it's fun, it's not grueling, it's not complicated, because I believe that if you enjoy what you do, people will enjoy working with you, and people will enjoy watching what you do. And so you'll inspire other people to follow their dreams and do something they love. And that's important to me. I've been in Los Angeles for a few years, and I've had the opportunity to audition for some rather big parts. And one thing I can say is the more I do it, the more I look forward to doing it. The nerves never go away. You're in that waiting room, you're like, oh man, what am I doing? But once you get in there, it's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. Let's do this.
Breathe it, okay? I said okay. All right then. Now all you gotta do is buy my box set of DVDs. 18 easy payments of $6.99.
You learn that being an actor is like an athlete. You've got to keep that muscle trained. It is possible to get rusty in acting, just like if you don't train as an athlete, you can get rusty at that particular sport you're doing. You've got to stay on top of your craft. Never leave the studio, whether it be scene study, whether it be audition technique, you've got to keep that going. Class is the hard part. Going out and auditioning is the easy part. I've done my fair share of characters, and it's always interesting to figure out how a particular character thinks. I've always wondered when I was little how it is to be this person or that person, or in this profession or in that profession. You have to learn about what they do. You have to learn about the things that they have to go through in their profession, whether it's a fireman who's risking his life. Why is it important for him to risk his life to save the life of another person? Or an uptight guy who's trying to impress a woman who has no idea what he's doing. Or even a sleazy jerk taking advantage of an innocent woman. Or how about if you're a parole officer? You're interviewing an inmate and you hear their story, and some circumstances can be quite difficult for that person. They have no choice, but you have to be stone-faced. But what if the parole officer was to crack? His emotions got the best of him. We're all human. We care about other people, There's no limits to acting. The only limit is your imagination. That's the only limit you have. And your imagination should not have any limits at all. Especially if you go back to the part about you're playing a role. You know? You're playing. You're still a kid. You're having fun. You're in a play. It's supposed to be fun. How to bring an audience. They enjoy it. They have a good time. Of course, you bring in some serious subject matter, but they still enjoy it. Be you. Nobody can be you but you. Nobody's better at being you but you. Be you. That's what's unique. Bring yourself to a role. Don't try to become that character. Let that character come out in you. That's what's going to make people want to see your work. Every actor has something that everybody wants to see. They have some kind of attribute that makes people say, I want to see their work. I love going to see their movies. And you can't do that if you're trying to be this character, because you're going to end up being exactly what everyone else is doing when they walk into the room and audition. Nobody wants to see that. Have fun. Just be you.